Welcome to the Woodstock tribute band to Sabine van Gassel and Maarten from Eerste in the Netherlands. We last saw each other at the Woodstock Festival in Northwest Germany, and a lot has been done in the meantime. The last Woodstock concert in Northern Germany took place shortly before the pandemic, I remember. And therefore, first of all, how are you both doing and how you felt about time from then to now?
No, I'm doing fine.
Yeah.
It was really hard to live through the pandemic. We still are, and it's been difficult. We couldn't get on stage. Last year we had 3 performances.
Yeah, 3.
So we were really lucky to have had 3 performances.
The summertime between the lockdowns.
Yeah, between the 2 lockdowns.
Yeah, and one before COVID-19 started in January.
Yeah, in January 1.
Mm.
Yeah, so we're missing the music really a lot, and also playing together because we also can't rehearse together. So we're hoping we can do that next month.
Mm. So you have to practice your fingers, your instruments, and your voices for if it's suddenly started the next time.
Well, I play every day guitar. I don't stop practicing.
And you're singing not every day, but
no, I'm not singing every day, but I sing with my headphones a lot of times.
The first question is, what can you tell me about your point of view, your connection between music, culture, and nature?
Well,
these 3 aspects.
Well, what I want to tell about that is that all the sounds we know come from nature, and I think all the music is inspired by the nature. So as if in culture,
music and culture are one. You cannot see them from each other.
No, I think every so many years there's a different culture in music. So in the 70s it was love and peace, and in the 80s it was synthesizer, and in the 90s there was house, and so every decade there's a different sort of music.
But what nice is, I feel we have 2 boys here in the house from 7 and 9 years old. They are singing songs that came from the 60s, the 70s. It's still continuing. Yeah? Also old songs that are brought back again in a new version.
Mm-hmm. You would like to know something about your first paths to your passion for music, to Woodstock, and especially to the music of the 70s. What is your first experience to bands or singers, songwriters in this area? Your first way to the 70s?
For me it's easy because I'm born in the 60s, and I have 3 sisters that are older than me. So I heard already a lot of music when I was a child, and I started playing guitar when I was 15, 16 years old. And the first record I bought was from Jimi Hendrix, was a Band of Gypsies. So that was my first contact with Woodstock and
pure Woodstock music.
Yeah.
And the music from the 70s. Then I was 12 years old, 10 years, so I was raised with that.
Yeah, and I'm born a lot later than that, so I didn't know any of the Woodstock music. And at home we mostly played classical music. That's what my parents loved. And I started singing at high school. In my first band when I was like 20, 25. And then somebody from Woodstock Now, Frans, our manager, he saw me singing on the stage. And then they asked me to join the band. And I have never heard of Janet Joplin or anything. So that's when I started to listen to her and listen to all the music from that period. And I fell in love. And now we're 15 years later, and I'm still in the band. So yeah, it really touched me.
Was it a completely change from your previous kind of music, or not in any aspect?
And well, no, before I sat in a rock band,
Yeah.
so it was really difficult numbers with also with the women who ik kan niet zeggen luid. It was stevige muziek.
With
Heavy rock with a heavy voice.
And can you give us an impression about the special feeling and importance out of your side, out of your view, about the Woodstock Tribute Band in connection with a creative attitude towards life experience?
Well, it made me better in how to express myself in the music. When I'm on stage, something happens to me, and I like to bring joy to the people. So, it helps me in my daily routine to just be at ease more, because I can get all my energy out at that point. Yes.
And it calms you both a little bit down in your free time, or the most musicians say it is
For me.
Yeah. Only for you. Okay. More details, please.
But we really miss performing on stage, because there's always the feedback you get from the crowd, and that's so it feels so good, and it gives you a good feeling. And,
And since you were in the band, you told me that you are playing your guitar differently and just.
Through the years, I did a lot of different music styles. And Woodstock, I have to play numbers from Jimi Hendrix, play numbers from Carlos Santana, and you have to dive into the way they play their solos, and it's always feeling you. You are going to play different in a different style. It's good for practicing, good for development.
So all the years in the past, there was never a big gap. No? Never. You fell in love with practice, made music, and like most musicians. Yeah, please let us know about your view regarding changes in the cultural industry over the last few decades, your point of view.
Because of social media, and we get a lot more music incoming than we did 40 years ago, when there was 10 different bands you could choose from, and right now you can choose from over 100 kinds of bands and music.
It's good and it's bad. Sometimes you're overloaded with too much input from music, and in the past I bought a record, and I put it on, and you listen to the record, you turn it to the other side, you listen, and I knew everything from the band, from the producers, and now it's more like you hear a song, and halfway the song you already skip that one and go to the next song, and so.
In the past, you are able to concentrate more on everything. That's what you wanted to play.
But on the other hand, my nephew from 17, he's playing guitar also, and he get a lot of information from YouTube and that kind of channels, from how to play songs. We had to find it all out ourselves in the past. There was no YouTube, so it has something good and something bad in it.
Lights and shadows, like in every aspect of life. Huh?
Yeah. And also there are so many different platforms. If we are going to perform and we put our gig on Facebook, then you have to be aware that only a few people have Facebook, and a lot of people use Twitter or use other. So there are more channels to reach people, but you have to get on all those platforms.
So it takes a lot of time.
Yeah.
And I think therefore a lot of young people get overloaded with information.
Impressions.
And they get a burnout a lot.
You are not going to plan some online concerts in the next time, or do you wanted to mix it?
No, we talked about that too.
We talked about it a few months ago.
Yeah.
We should perform on some kind of platform, do a live gig or.
Yeah, but we didn't. We did perform online in a show together. So that's nice to do something, at least from your home. And I think in the future you can get an overlap between what is live and online, so you can get both worlds together.
Yeah.
So I would think we will going that way. Cities are more concrete. There is less and less nature to go to. But that's because there is a lot of people adding to our world population, so they all need space to live. And if there are more people who need space, there is less nature to go to. So we tried at home not to have a lot of concrete, but have a nice garden and a home like that. Maybe if more people should do that, there's a better way to nature. I don't know how to.
I think last year with the COVID-19 pandemic, it was okay that there was more airplanes in the sky. That was good for nature.
More fishes in Italy. Yeah. And what can you say about your personal view of culture in terms of 2022 and 2021?
For me, I thought it was really lonely. Not to see a lot of people, not going places. Luckily, we have each other at home, so that's fine. Yeah. But still, you don't meet a lot of people right now. You get out of touch with some people because everybody's living in their own bubble.
Yeah.
So I think that's difficult. And on screen, it's nice. We can we had family meetings online because we have a big family. We couldn't see each other. Well, so that's nice, but still, it's online. You can't physically be together.
It's not the same.
I think, no, I know. And as a human, you need physical contact. It's really important.
Yeah, but also going to a restaurant, to a theater, to a concert, being out with friends.
Our minister said, just put on a DVD and you get the same. But
that's not the same.
But that's not the same. No, the really experience to go somewhere, to feel the music, to
I think the most people first realized about the certain factors, physically, distance. Let us share your view about opportunities for the music and culture industry in the next 3 or 4 years.
I think do you think?
What happened in this time?
There will be opportunities to.
You can know it exactly, of course, but what is your feeling about the next period, decade?
Yeah, I think there will be more online performances, and maybe smaller scale performances instead of really big with thousands of people.
I'm not sure about that because a lot of people really want to go to a concert, to a festival. I think that will still continue. Maybe the smaller concerts will have more problems because a lot of small companies that work in the music industry are broken. They didn't exist anymore because of the COVID-19, because they didn't work for more than a year. Right?
So for them it's going to be difficult, but I also think there will be a lot of sitting concerts, that you can make reservations for a table with food and drinks and have entertainment. So you can have a distance because a lot of people are still scared and they won't go to a concert if everybody is on each other. But they will go if they have more distance. Well, I think there is a big group of people who don't go.
But not younger people. They are not afraid or scared.
Most festivals are not able to
Existence.
set the exact space which is needed in the next months or years.
Yeah.
And what we are seeing is that the bands are already asked to play for lesser money because of the COVID, and that's no problem, because if you want to sing, that's okay. But and if you can't allow more than so many people to come in, you can't pay the band more than the people that come in. So everybody has to make concessions over the next couple of years, I think, if you still want to play music and come to enjoy the music.
But I think the online concerts, a lot of big artists have already that kind of concerts online, but they also miss the public. They miss the interaction with the people now.
Mm-hmm. So we will see what happened about the next 4 years. And last but not least, we would like to know something about your experience that gives courage and confidence despite major challenges.
Maybe what gives hope at this point is that the lockdown is continues to omdat het afkomt.
There's light at the end of the...
There's light at the end of the tunnel, and then when there's light at the end of the tunnel,
there's always light.
We can go and perform again and just meet people, and I think and even though if there's a second lockdown, when I'm at home with him, it's okay. Dat heb ik wel geleerd. That's what I've learned. I've learned in the past 2 years that it's okay to sit down together for almost the entire day, the whole week, the whole month, the whole year, and it's still okay.
So it is. The positive aspect is that we learned the last month, to adapt ourselves to new situations. And would you like to tell us something about your tour or your next concerts?
September,
September the 25th.
That's our first gig, and we'll see what if there will be an audience, and if we still can perform on stage like we did in the past.
Of course,
because we had more than a year we didn't do anything. So also we are 8 people in the band, and we have to get that feeling back again with our.
And how often you meet each other in these times? More online or?
Online, yeah.
Online, we have a couple of meetings, but not a lot, because you can sit together and just talk about, we can't do anything yet, or what are we going to do? You really have to rely on what the government is going to say. So at this point, we're gonna get together in June in real life. So
then we can start up. We do rehearsal with a complete PA system, because also our sound engineer has to get the feeling back again with our sound, with our songs. And on the other hand, I must say we were doing the Woodstock band for a very long time now, and after a while you do always the same songs, and you get a little bit not really bored, but it costs more energy to perform on stage, and now we had a year that we didn't play, and we really are angered to get back on stage and play, and eager. Eager.
Full in the energy.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone has that feeling.
I think the most have more energy felt inside than before. Yes. Before you do it, I wish you and your entire crew all the best. Regain freedom and regard your upcoming tour in the next months. See you soon and all the best.
Okay.
Greetings.
Thanks.
Thank you very much.